True detachment is not looking at a situation and saying, oh, I'm not bothered by that. You know what? I let it go. I'm not going to let that get to me. But let's look at the undertone. Someone could say, hey, you know what? I let it go. It's not, I'm not going to even let it fuck with me no more. And then they're playing the situation in their head over and over and over and over and over and over again until it actually starts to bother them and fuck with them. They're actually still emotionally hooked. And when you're emotionally hooked to a situation, it still controls you subconsciously. It still creates, it plays, it's almost like a ventriloquist dummy. If you're still emotionally hooked to a situation, it's still going to control you on the outside. It's still going to control how you respond. It usually surfaces as irritability. You know, you just can't be around certain people, things triggering you because you are still hooked onto the situation. And this is the work that I do. Some of the work I do is help people to get off of that hook. But what people also won't tell you is that when you remove yourself from that hook, you're also creating a new identity, something that your mind and your body has to adapt and adjust to, because maybe you were someone who was always emotionally controlled by your environment or by people. And when you remove yourself off of that hook, it's like, okay, yes, I feel freedom. Yes, I feel like I could breathe now and nothing is actually controlling me. But who am I? What am I? And this is how identities start to form, because you're actually going to start to discover who you are. When you emotionally detach from other people, you are becoming emotionally available to self. And this is not just with people. This could be places. This could be a job. This could be an old way of being. This could just be something, you'd be like, people will say, I'm just like that, or I've always been that way. You may have always been that way, but you don't always have to continue to be that way because it's uncomfortable. When you're emotionally hooked onto people, you are helping them carry the weight of what they're feeling, and that is unfair to you. And to remove yourself off that hook, you have to understand when the moment, the root that you decided you would hook yourself. You decided that you would attach yourself to outcomes, to people, to situations. And when you get to the root of that, then you will start to easily see how it is to just look at a situation and be like, that's not mine. You can say it all you want and still be hooked, but underneath the surface, your spirit, your soul has to believe that. And once you believe that, not just in your mind, but in your body, in your soul, in your spirit, it's going to be easier to navigate situations without it pulling you emotionally under the current. So, becoming emotionally available to yourself is going to require you to really detach. And detachment isn't easy because detachment requires you to have an identity that you may have not had before.